Hi everybody, I'm Sarah from Miiko Skin Co. I'm the Director of Operations here. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am a settler on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Lekwungen and Wasanic nations. Today I'm going to be doing a Gua Sha tutorial and answering some commonly asked questions and working through the routine with you so you can follow along at home. So the first question that we have, I have my questions just up here on the side, is how often should you Gua Sha to see results? I recommend starting using your Gua Sha once or twice a week and seeing how that works, starting to fit it into your routine and kind of going from there. You can work your way up to 3 times a week. I've been doing my Gua Sha routine consistently for about 3 or 4 months now, and I'm starting to see results now that I'm using it really regularly. My skin just feels a bit more plump and hydrated, and I have a bit more of a natural glow in the mornings, which is really, really nice. So the next question is, what is the difference between a Gua Sha stone and a jade roller? So the technique and pressure is the main difference. Gua Sha is used to scrape the skin and gets more into the muscle and tissue of the skin, so it's really good for using on the neck and your jaw. Whereas the jade roller is more for the surface and helping drain the lymph. The other main difference will be the time that you use when you use either one. So the Gua Sha is a bit more intentional. You're going to use it when you have a bit more time in the evenings, and you're going to have to really get into a good routine of being intentional with how you use it. Whereas the jade roller, you can really quickly roll it over your face in the mornings, and it's not going to cause your face to become as red. So it's great for when you have a little less time. So the most commonly asked question is, how much pressure should you use? This is going to be a very personal technique of how much pressure you use. You're going to want to play around with it a bit and see what works best for you and your skin. Generally, the rule is you can use a bit more pressure on thicker muscle areas, so on your neck and your jaw, whereas around your eyes, you're going to want to use a lot less pressure and be a lot lighter, since the skin around your eyes is much more delicate than the rest of your face. Another common question is, how should I use my Gua Sha? Should it be cold when I use it? Should it be room temperature? Again, this is totally personal. I personally like to have a cold Gua Sha. It helps a bit more with the depuffing, and it just feels really nice on the face. So prior to filming this video, I put my Gua Sha in the freezer. If you don't have the time to do that, you can always just run it under some cold water in your sink and go from there. So let's Gua Sha together. Before filming this video, I did wash my face, so my face is now all clean. So the next thing you're going to want to do is grab your toner and really spray your face to make sure it's nice and damp. Don't forget your neck when you're doing every step of the Gua Sha. And then I'm going in with my luminous serum, probably about 3 to 4 pumps. And we'll start from the bottom of the neck up towards the rest of the face. And you're always, when you're doing your neck especially, with your serums, you're always going to want to go in an upwards motion against gravity. You don't want to tug on the skin there. And then don't forget to make sure you get around your eyes and your brow bone. If you have an additional eye cream, use that for sure. All right, so the serum is the most important step when using your Gua Sha, so that you provide a slip so you're not tugging against the tissues of the skin. You want something for the Gua Sha stone to slide over. All right, so we're gonna start. I like to do 1/2 of my face first, and then once that's done, I'll go and do the other half. So we're always gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. I like to anchor the area that I'm Gua Shaing with the opposite hand. So when I'm doing my neck, I'm going to anchor up my collarbone here. And then we're going to start using the curved edge of the Gua Sha. We're going to go up and back down. And for this area, I like to go up and down like this, because we're pulling all of the blood up, and then we're going to drain it out of the lymph at the back there. Plus it's nice to get a little extra massage on the back of the neck. And I usually do, for each section of the face, I usually do about 5 strokes, but you can play around and see what works best for you. Next, we're going to go into the jawline here. So gripping at the chin, using the little 2 bumps. And we're going to start from the middle and go out. I have a lot of jaw pain and tension, so this is the area that I really like to spend the most time in. And I'll give myself a nice little massage there once I'm at the jaw muscle. Ooh, very tender, but it feels really good. Next, we'll move to the cheek area. So I'll use this curve section. And starting here, I'll hold from the chin again and then work out like so. I usually go a little bit lighter on the cheek pressure-wise than I did with the rest of my face previously. Now we'll go up to the eye area, and this is the area you want to be the most delicate with. So using the bump, we'll go very gently, starting at your inner eye there, out towards the temple. And next, another great area for relieving tension is up on the brow bone here. So we'll go like that and outwards. And then we'll finish with the forehead. So I usually go from the center and out, and right now, as you can see, I do have a little bit of an angry cystic breakout right here, so I'm going to avoid going over that with the Gua Sha just to avoid irritating it and spreading the bacteria around that's in the breakout right now. All right, so this half of my face is done. You can kind of see that I am a little bit more red on this side than I am on this side. So I recommend doing your Gua Sha routine in the evenings before bed so that you can just kind of enjoy being a little red and having all that amazing blood flow to your face area without having to worry about seeing anybody. So now we'll go and do the other side so we're all nice and even. Oh, sorry, wrong way to hold it there. All right, and back out. Oof, my neck is definitely a little bit more tender, so I'm going to just push a little bit harder on the back here as I go down to give myself a little bit of extra muscle love. And now for my favorite area on this side, the jaw. So as you can see, I am using our Jade Gua Sha, which is our green one. And we have 3 color options. We have the rose quartz, which is pink, and then our blue jasper, which is gorgeous speckly blue, which is the other one that I have. You can just, when you're deciding which one to buy, you can just, based on your intuition, which stone you're most drawn to, or you can just pick off your favorite color, which is another great option. We'll move up to the cheek area now. We're using a little bit lighter pressure. And then moving it on towards the eye. This is where using an additional eye cream will be really good. I've done this before and haven't had quite enough moisturizer under my eye area, and I can feel it tug a little bit. So when you're prepping for your Gua Sha routine, make sure you have lots of moisturizers available so that if you need to partway through rehydrate a bit, you can easily do that. And then we'll move on to the brow bone now. This area is particularly great if you work at a computer, spend a lot of time staring at a screen. I get a lot of tension built up around my eyebrows from that, so it's a really nice way to help release that tension before bed. And we'll finish with the forehead. So on this side, I don't have any breakouts, so I'm going to just do all of my forehead, starting from the middle out towards my hairline. And that is that. Let us know if you have any questions about how to use a gua sha. We'll be happy to answer them in the comments down below. Thanks for following along, and we hope you pick up one for yourself. Bye!